Hey guys, Omerko here, self-taught web developer. In today's video, we will create 5 different CSS advanced stylings for our links on our web page. You know, when you come to some page, you will have the link with some cool animation. Well, we will create exact those today. Also, I have my own project with 25 link animations. In description of this video, you will find a link to that project and also a link to the Git repo of that project, so you could take a full look. Now, let's just jump into code. Okay, so here we are now with our code on the left side and our preview on the right side. We will do this in 5 sections. Each of these sections will have a different animation for those links, right? On the left side we have our HTML, and there is a section and 5 links inside, and we have 5 those sections here. Also, for the 5th section we have a data hover property with the same values as values for the anchor tags here. So I will tell you what this really means when we come to that 5th animation. For our CSS, I have just a basic styling for my links for now. Let's now jump on the first style. For style 1, we will have underline beneath our links, and that underline will come from left to right side when we hover over those links. Let's code it. Style 1. I will first grab a div with a class of link animation 1 and anchor tags in those. That will be this first div here and all anchor tags inside, all of this here, right? For each of those tags I will give position relative, as we will have a before property on those anchor tags position absolute, and we don't wish that line to go over the scope of one link itself. Now I will grab a before element property on anchor tags, so link animation 1 and before on those anchors, and we will put content first for that before. If I put content ASD, for example, I will save it, refresh. You can see that before all those links we have that ASD content here. I will put the content to be empty for now, like a empty string, and from here we will create our own underline. So we will position that underline absolute, and we will that underline will obviously go to bottom, so it will be bottom 0, and as it will come from left side, it will be left 0. Width for that underline will be also 0%, and when we hover we will transform that width to 100%. The height of that underline will be 3 pixels, and background color I will set it to something like this. Okay, and now we will style it on hover, that link animation 1 on hover. We will grab that before element and we will put the width to it to 100%. If I refresh the page and I come to it, you will see that underline, but it won't look that is coming from left to right. It will just blink to us. So I will put also transition here, transition of all linear 0.4 seconds. So now when I refresh the page, you can see that animation. It's a basic animation and it's easy to create. For second animation, we will have a underline and one line above also. The underline will come this time from right to left, and a line from above will come from left to right. Let's style it. So style 2. Now we will grab a div with the class of link animation 2 and also anchor tags inside. Similar thing, we will position relative, and now we will work with the before and after element. As we will have 2 lines below and above, we will have before and after elements on those links. So link animation 2 anchor before, and also link animation 2 anchor after. We will style first both of those, and later we will refresh styles for after elements. Content First, it will be also empty. We will create our own lines. Position, absolute. And I will first work with the before element. So bottom 0, it will be on the bottom, and the right side will be 0 also, as this line will come from right to left. Width for both elements will be 0%. Height as above will be 3 pixels, and background color will be this one here. Now I will refresh the styles for after element. After will be at the top 0 and at the left 0. For hover effects on those, I will grab link animation 2, hover, before. I will copy this entirely, as I will same style put for after, and the style that we wish on hover to have is also 100%. When I refresh the page, there it is, but it is blinking again, so we will put transition, all linear 0.4 seconds. Now, there it is. Cool. For third style, we will do something different. There won't be before or after elements, it will be just the background color styling. But that background color will be clipped to just the background of the text. Let's comment style 3, style 3, and here I will grab my link animation 3 and anchor tags. So as I said, there won't be any positioning, so we will first work with the background clip. We will use web kit prefix here with background clip, and we will put it to text. So this way that link will know that it is working with the background just for the text itself inside of those anchor tags. Also, we will put something like this: web kit text fill color will be transparent, as it will fill the color of that background as the color that we set it. For the color itself, we won't use any background color, we will use a background image at this point. And while we are using background image, we could also use a linear gradient. Let me copy that one from my left side here. There it is, a linear gradient. For the linear gradient, what does this really mean? It will linear gradient will go from left to right. The first color will be this one, and at 50% there will be this one, and the default color will be this one basically. The default color is the same color that we have currently on our links. I will also put the background size, 200% and 100%. This 100 stays for 100% from top to bottom, and 200 will be from left to right. As we have also paddings and margins here, it will, if I put also 100%, the background color on hover effect will come just to half of the link, for example, but if I put 200, it will grab the whole text of the link. Now, background position will be 100%, so this default color at the start will grab 100%. On a hover we will put it to 0, and from there will be a linear gradient. It will remove this color, and those two colors will come from left to right side. Let's also put transition here, so we could see that animation, all linear 0.6 seconds, so you could see it better. And now link animation 3, anchor tags on hover. As I said, we will work with the background position, and we will put it to 0%. If I refresh the page, you could see that there is just the changing of the color from left to right on those links. For fourth animation, we will use a border animation for this one. So we will have a border on the left and the bottom that will scale from that position to here, and also we will have a border from right and the top. It will scale from that position. So we will also use before and after elements on this one. Now, let me grab style 4, and let's do some styling here. Link animation section will be 4. We will grab anchor tags, and we will position those relative as usual. and I will work also with before and after elements for this. For those elements, I will set content to be nothing. Position will be absolute. We will put some starting position for those, top and left to 0. And we will put the width of those borders. We will work with borders. Those content will be width will have 100%, and the height also will be 100%. Also, for the before element, we will work with the border left, and it will be this one here. And we will work with the border at the bottom. It will be same. So also, we will, as we will scale those, we must transform these borders. Transform, and transform will be scale, as the first position is not visible at all, so we will put it to 0. And we will work with the transform origin of those borders. For origin, it will be 0 and 100%. This one will be relative to the vertical side, to the height of the to the height, and the after element will be relative to horizontal side. Also, I will put transition all linear, 0.5 seconds, and I will just do the a little bit different styling for the after effect. The different styling that After Effects will have is those two borders, left and bottom, will be none, as we don't wish to style those on after property. We will have those just on before property, but here we will have a border right, same as this, same as this, and we will have a border top, same. And also background origin, as I said, will be relative to horizontal side, so it will be 100% and 0. For the hover effects, we will grab link animation 4. Okay, sorry, I just saw that I used second div here. I will move this to 4. And for hover effects, we will use hover on those anchor tags. When we hover, we will work with before, and also we will work with after. Let me put a dot here. And what we will transform at this point is we will use a transform property with scale. As we have here 0, we will use this 1 here. And also I used here background origin. I must use here transform origin. That was my mistake. And now when I refresh the page, you can see that animation with the borders, right? Now for the fifth style, we will use also before and after properties, and we will have something like a 3D animation. The turning of this anchor tag, it will look like a block that is turning. So I will use style 5 here, and I will now show you what this data hover here really means. So I will grab my link animation 5 and anchor tags. I will position those relative. I also must set to those that the transform style will be preserved 3D, as it must know that it will be styled as a 3D animation. And now, as I will work with the before and after elements, so I will grab both those. We'll also grab after, and now the content at this point won't be empty, it will be attribute of data hover. So the content that we will have will be whatever it is for those links inside of here, right? So when I refresh the page, you could see that every home here has a home for before and home for after elements. We will style those two to come over. This before will come over this one here, and this home will go behind, and when we hover over, it will turn around, you will see. So I will position absolute those, absolute. Then top will be 0, left will be 0 as usual, and I will also refresh padding here. Padding will be 15 pixels, 8 pixels, so you could see that those looks like blocks. Background color will be this one here. This color will be for before element, and color inside of the text we will use a white one for this one. We will also use transform origin, and that transform origin will for first element be left on left side, and we will use now transform. So the first element we must translate x by 100%, and we will rotate that to 90 degrees. So it will go to a right side of it here, as it will start from a left one here. It will go to right side, it will translate x by 100%, so it will start somewhere over here, and it will rotate it behind. And that will be the first position for the first property. So also transition here, so you could see that animation will be all linear 0.3 seconds. And for the after element, here I will put some different background color, like this one. Transform for this one here, we must translate text by 0, that will be his starting position, and rotate it also by 0. We will rotate epsilon here, not just rotate, so also for this one here. Now we will put the transform origin for after. Transform origin, as the before we started from left side, this one will start from right side. So his first position will be from here, and it will stay where it is, right? There won't be any rotation or stuff like that. Now the hover effect. Hover effect for before element. So first we will link animation on hover effect for before element. Before element will have something like this: transform, translate text, as it is moved 100% to the right side, from left to right. We will put this to 0, and rotate epsilon must be also 0. And the hover effect for after one, after, will be just the opposite. We will move that to 100%, minus 100%, as it is starting on the right side. On the right side, we must move it to rotate over here, right? So it is not 100% here, it is minus 100% here, and it will rotate also to 90 degrees. Let's check this out. There are the blocks. When I hover over, there it is. The whole animation is done. Great. So this will be all for this video. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe, as there will be much more videos in the future. Thank you, and see you in the next one.